Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here. Today, on the 8-game NBA main site here on Friday. A couple things before I get into the video. Again, we're over 2.1 thousand subscribers now. Thank you guys seriously for all the support. I really do appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, I'm doing a weekly giveaway where all you do is a like and a comment in the video. It's a $1 giveaway. Max 1 comment though per video. It starts in my Monday Night Showdown video that I uploaded at the beginning of the week. We'll go throughout the week. We'll end in my Monday Night Showdown video at the end of the week. So however many videos I've uploaded for the week, and I give away that many times. So say if I have 10 videos uploaded for the week, and I give away 10 times. And the winner receives $20 PayPal for myself. With that out of the way, let's jump in the videos. First, let's look to see how we're doing Thursday. So Thursday looks like it's going to be a pretty good night here. This is my final lineup here with Trae Young, Lou Williams, Kenrich Williams, Porzingis, Derek Favors, Drew Holiday, Jarrett Allen, NAW. So you guys knew if you watched my video, I really liked stacking that Clippers-Pelicans game once Kawhi got out. There's just a lot of pieces I really liked, and with Brandon Ingram out as well. Trae Young is currently going right now in the third quarter. Again, Lou, Kenrich, Porzingis was the thumbnail of my video for a reason. He was too cheap there at 6.9K in a revenge game as well. Favors and Drew Holiday were huge. Drew somewhat low owned. NAW, I'm kind of kicking myself, but not really. I mean, it was a close call with him or Frank Jackson for me. Honestly, a coin flip. If I would have played Frank Jackson, I probably would be, possibly taken out in a tournament tonight because Frank Jackson put up like 40. And if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, again, it's very important too. I tweeted out my player pool. Basically, everyone that I tweeted out, I think, is doing well. Besides, I think JaMychal Green busted. A lot of people are on him. He just didn't get the minutes, surprisingly. But like I said, I think it's going to be a pretty good night. We still got Trae Young, got Jarrett Allen in the late game. Again, NAW, a bit underwhelming, but I think it's going to be a pretty solid night. So let's see if we can keep it going here for Friday. So Friday, we got a nice little 8-game slate. Oh, also, I will be live streaming tomorrow. I'll be back, guys. So, do not have to work late tomorrow. So I will be able to live stream probably 45 minutes before locks. So be on the lookout for that on my YouTube channel. But yeah, 8 games. Let's go over the over-unders and the spreads for the games that are out right now. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 6 games that are out right now. So Pistons, Hornets at 219 with the Pistons favored by 3. Spurs, Magic's at 212.5 with the Magic favored by 3.5. 76ers, Thunder's at 215.5 with the 76ers favored by 2.5. Jazz, Grizzlies at 216 with the Jazz favored by 7. Wizards, Timberwolves at 240 with Minnesota favored by 7. And Boston, Golden State is at 226.5 with Boston favored by 8.5. So, as always, we'll start with center. And yeah, Cat is looking pretty appealing. I know he's had, a stretch of games here of not like a huge game, right? He started the season amazing with 73 and 82 fantasy points, but really hasn't really got more than like 50 or 60. But this is just a smash spot. The over-under is sitting at 240. We want to target bigs against Washington. So yeah, obviously I'm definitely considering Cat here. It's just a great spot. Anthony Davis, I think I'm only going there for GPPs. I don't mind the price at 9.6K. It's just he's made of glass, and anytime you play him, there's a decent chance he goes to the locker room. Literally feels like he's gone to the locker room like every single game this year. So play him at your own risk. He's got upside. It's just on this big of a slate, I'm a one-line guy, so I'm probably not going to go there. Joel Embiid at 9.2K with everyone fully healthy for Philly. I'm just not super high on a lot of these guys, so don't hate him. It's just probably not going to be the way that I go. Now Sabonis, you guys know I love Sabonis, and that last game blew out, unfortunately. In only 29 minutes, he put up 43 fantasy points. This is just a lock and load play for me, at least. Capella's out, which is actually a slight downgrade to Sabonis. Like Tyson Chandler is a better defender, but still, Sabonis in a close game is going to play high 30s minutes. So I still really like him here at 8.7K. I love the upside. I think he's underpriced. Drummond's interesting with Blake back at 8.6. I think he's a little bit underpriced, and we want to target bigs against Charlotte. We just saw what Jonas Valanciunas did in limited time to the Hornets. So, I think Drummond's fine, and I think he's a nice contrarian play here. I don't think a lot of people will be on him, but I actually still kind of like the upside here at that price. Gobert's actually had a couple back-to-back pretty solid games. Finally flashing that offensive game, right? 11 of 12, 8 of 10 from the field. Now in a matchup against Memphis, it's okay. It's just probably not going to be the way that I go on this slate. Vucevic at 7.9K, kind of like the price, and the minutes are solid right now. He's playing like mid-30s minutes every single game. I think he's about $1,000 too cheap, so he's definitely playable here at 7.9K. Again, no Capella. We'll talk about Tyson Chandler here in a sec. Aldridge, the price is now creeping up there. Still, I think he's a little underpriced, but on this slate, I think there's better plays. Valanciunas at 6.5K. You know, the minutes have been going up on him a bit. I still think he has some upside in the price, but again, I think I prefer some other center plays. We still got no Miles Turner. Thomas Bryant's it's just a GPP play. He's been a bit up and down. You know, the matchup's really good. It's just whether or not he can stay out of foul trouble. I think if he can stay out of foul trouble, he could have a pretty big game. So I think I would only go to Thomas Bryant in maybe a game stack, which you can definitely do here. Washington, Minnesota sitting at 240 over under. Again, the Philly guys I'm not super high on. McGee and Dwight, you guys know I really like those guys last time out. McGee just had a huge game, 50 fantasy points with AD back. It's just a complete fade there at 5.9K. One of the easiest fades ever, to be honest. Let's see. Cody Zeller at 5.4K. I think he's okay. The minutes are creeping back up there. It's just, I don't know if I want to go there in the slate. Center there's a lot of really good plays, at least spend ups that I like. So wasting one of your center spots and a Cody Zeller at 5.4, you can do it. Like, I think he's underpriced, but it's just probably not going to be the way that I go. Now, Draymond Green, this is like, they're trying to bait me into this, right? 5.3K, that just seems so cheap, but I don't know if I can do it. I honestly don't. Just watching Golden State, that offense is completely different. Like, Draymond just doesn't look the same with that, you know, those guys around him. So they're really, really tempting me. Like, I want to go there really bad, but I just don't know if I can do it here. They're limiting his minutes too. He's not playing huge minutes either. So, yeah, it's a tempting price. I'm not going to lie, but I don't think I can do it. It's just Draymond has not really not been himself this year. Let's see these other guys. Enes Kanter is very much considering here 4.9K. So he played 25 minutes in that last game back. If he's going to continue to play those type of minutes, you can definitely consider him. Again, we're on target bigs against Golden State. We just saw what McGee and Dwight did to them, right? So, yeah, he's very much in play as a cheaper option. Other options, no, Goga is going to be back. So, I think he'll probably come off the bench. I don't think he's going to play huge minutes. My best guess is like 15, maybe 20. And he can definitely get you there in that time. So I think he's a playable value play, just not like the greatest value play. Now, Tyson Chandler's interesting here at 4K. Clint Capella was playing huge minutes, and I mean huge minutes, like 40 minutes a night. So those minutes have to go somewhere. Sabonis is going to be out there basically the whole game. Someone's going to have to guard Sabonis. Houston doesn't have a whole lot of bigs, right? Let's go to Houston. No Capella, still no Nene. I mean, I guess I could throw like Ryan Anderson out there for a bit, maybe Hartenstein. But yeah, I think Tyson Chandler, my best guess is he plays decent minutes. If I had to guess how many minutes he plays, I think 20 to 25, I think is a pretty fair guess. And at 4K, I think he's one of the better value plays. So, yeah, I think he's a pretty solid value play. Again, he's not like super aggressive offensively, but if he's going to play those minutes, I think he's very much viable. Other options, yeah, I just don't think we have to go with any of these guys. So let's move on to power forward. So again, really like Sabonis. Now the Boston guys are in a great spot as well. And I feel like you know, they're all just a little bit underpriced. Like Tatum, Brown, Kemba seems a little underpriced. Even Marcus Smart, like Cantor. So I think any of the starting five for Boston are very much playable. It's just a smash spot against Golden State. We just want to target players against Golden State. For this matchup, they're all in play. So yeah, definitely don't mind Tatum at all. There at 7.4K. Blake Griffin's an interesting play at 7.1. In his first game back, he only played 24 minutes. Still got 35 fantasy points. So we'll see what they do with his minutes. My best guess is they're still going to limit him, but like maybe bump it up a bit, maybe like 30 or so. And I think he's very much viable then. So this is something we will have to keep an eye on going into tomorrow. The Philly guys is to stay away with everyone healthy. Aaron Gordon had a pretty big game, if I recall. Yeah, 50 fantasy points last game. The minutes are going up for him now, 37, 32, 30, 36. I think he's okay. It's just this match against the Spurs probably not going to be the way that I go. Again, Thomas Bryant, I think I'd only go there as part of a game stack, but I do think he has upside if he stays out of foul trouble. A guy like TJ Warren is only suited for GPPs. He's just too scoring dependent. It is a good spot, though, against Houston. Jonathan Isaac is a guy that has really been filling up the stat sheet with the peripherals. I think, he's okay. He's flashed a bit upside, a little inconsistent, so probably not going to be the way that I go. I think maybe only suited for GPPs. Other options, Kuzma with 80 back. I don't think I want to go there. Bielitsa, the minutes have been all over the place for him. If he hits that high end, you can go there, right? He played 36 in that last game. So, again, more of a guy that's only suited for GPPs. Jaren Jackson Jr. against the Jazz, probably not for me. Same with Brandon Clark. Again, they're really tempting me with that Draymond price. Like, I don't think I can do it, but, man, is that a tempting price. Other options, let's see. There's not a whole lot here, to be honest. You could look to like a Jay Crowder revenge game, but he's more of a lower usage guy. PJ Tucker at 4.5K, again, a low usage guy, but he's going to play big minutes. I think he's just okay. What else? What else? I think that's basically it. There's not a whole lot of great, value plays down here. So let's move on to small forward. LeBron at the top at 10.8. It's a good spot here against the Kings. Both Anthony Davis back, and he's priced up. I'm probably going to hop off. If you really want to go there, you can. Again, not a bad spot at all. It's just with Anthony Davis back, I think he's priced about right. So don't hate him, just probably not the way that I go. Now, Wiggins, I don't know what to say. I really don't. Like, what has gotten into him, man? He is lighting it up. He's filling up the stat sheet. We have never seen this from Andrew Wiggins. Now, granted, Jeff Teague has been out for a while, so that could be part of it. But, man, this is a good spot. And I'm not going to lie, this is the first time in a long, years that I'm considering playing Andrew Wiggins. And I'm very much considering playing him here. It's a great spot against Washington, 240 over-under. He's been lighting it up, filling up the stat sheet. So you guys know I don't like Andrew Wiggins, but I think it might be time to hop on board here. So I'm very much considering him here at 8.3K, as much as I hate to say it. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, again, these Boston guys, I think a couple of these guys at least are going to have a really good game. It's just a great spot. So all of them seem a bit underpriced. DeRozan, that Spurs Orlando game is kind of a stay away. It's kind of the same thing with Philly OKC. Not super excited about that one either. Bogdan, you guys know I love Bogdan. He just put up 53 the last game. It's just he's priced up now where I think there's maybe a little bit of upside on there, but yeah, I would have liked it if he's a lot cheaper, so I don't think I can do it there. Other options, let's see. Honestly, not super excited about a lot of these guys. Those secondary Minnesota pieces with Teague back, I don't know if I want to go there. It is a good spot, but yeah, Bertans and Mo Wagner have been decent off the bench. I think they're playable value plays. It's not anything I get super excited about, really. Now, Daniel House is listed as doubtful. We got Westbrook possibly could miss too, so that would be really big. We'll talk about some cheap Houston guys here at the end, but that could be where we get our value today. Obviously, Tyson Chandler seems pretty appealing there at 4K. Again, a guy like Ben McLemore. So he was pretty popular last night. I wasn't super high on him. I didn't play him because I just like the value more with Kuzma, McGee, Dwight, those Raptors guys. Just because he's kind of scoring dependent. If his shot's not falling, he won't get you there. But if there's no Westbrook, if there's no Daniel House, there's just so much minutes to ground. So that's where I would consider those Houston cheap guys. Let's see. Other options. Again, still no Eric Gordon. So there's a lot of minutes to go around there for Houston, especially if Westbrook misses. And they said they're going to rest him one night at the back-to-back. So they have back-to-back Friday and Saturday. So we'll see if they rest him for Friday or if it's for Saturday. Shooting guard, so Harden at the top at 12.3. That's obviously a lot to pay, but if there's no Russell Westbrook, you got to consider him here. He would be literally the only guy in the offense. No Capella either, no Daniel House. It would literally just be Harden and a bunch of scrubs. So, yeah, I know he'd be priced up, but that would be a scary fade if you fade Harden with no Westbrook playing with that team. So, yeah, I think you got to like him there. I think he's really safe if Westbrook misses his spend up. Now, Brad Beal, I really like the price here at 8.5K. It's just a great spot. Again, 240 over under. He's a guy that's playing huge minutes, too. In a close game, I think he plays close to 40 minutes. He's filling up the stat sheet. We know he's got that upside in him. He's been a little bit up and down, right? like 45, 33, 51, 72, 32, 37, 42, 39, 62. So again, a little bit up and down, but this is a great spot. So I'm definitely considering Beal here at 8.5K. You can 100% pair him with Wiggins too and Towns and run back that game stack. I don't mind that at all. Probably my second favorite game stack. So I think my favorite one would be Washington, Minnesota. My second one, I think it's Golden State, Boston. So not a whole lot I like in the Golden State side. I think it's D'Angelo Russell, maybe Draymond, and that's it. And then there's a lot to like in the Boston side. But D'Angelo Russell, he's just that whole offense right now. So that game against the Lakers, we got a bit unlucky if you played him. The game blew out. If he gets that fourth quarter run, he smashes, in my opinion. So at 8K, he's just too underpriced. I know it's a tough match against Boston, but I think if Golden State can keep it close, D'Angelo Russell's going to have a huge game. So really like him as well. That's kind of the way that I'm like thinking about the slate right now. Is I want a lot of pieces that Washington Minnesota game. I want a lot of pieces that Boston Golden State game, and I do kind of like the Houston Pacers game as well. Those are the three games. Just glancing over the slate. Yeah, like those are the three games I want a lot of pieces. I honestly think you could make a lineup with just those three games, and it would be probably a really good lineup. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Again, I want Washington, Minnesota, in the Pacers, Houston, as well as Boston, Golden State. But let's continue on here. D'Angelo Russell, not a bad spot there at 7.8. But again, I'm just going to prefer D'Angelo Russell. I'm going to prefer Andrew Wiggins. I'm going to prefer Beal to him. Brogdon's interesting. So the minutes have been down on him, actually. He was playing huge minutes to start the season. Now he's kind of playing like high 20s, low 30s minutes. And I'm torn because I really, really want to play him here against Houston. I think they're going to need his defense to guard Harden, but it's just the minutes have been down. If he was playing like 35 minutes a night like he was early in the season, I would really like him here. But again, the minutes have been a bit down on him, so yeah, I'm a little torn. I think I'm personally going to lean towards guys like Russell, Wiggins, and Beal for a bit more as of right now. Again, the Boston guys, literally any of that starting five are very much in play here. Devontae Graham priced up to 7K. Probably not for me. I think he's been playing really well. If you want to continue at the hot streak, you can. I think I prefer other plays. Buddy Hield, Bogdanovich with no De'Aaron Fox are viable, right? They're going to play big minutes. At those prices, I don't know if there's huge upside. I think I would only go there as part of a game stack. And that's definitely a game stackable game as well, Kings, Lakers. Like you can run back like, Anthony Davis or LeBron and then run it back with a couple of those Kings guys. So don't mind that either. Luke Kennard at 6.5. He's priced up, but he's been playing really well. I think he's okay. He's going to probably play 40 minutes. But, with guys like Blake Griffin back, with like Derrick Rose back, there's just higher usage guys now in this offense where I still think Kennard does have a bit of upside at this price, but it's probably not going to be the way that I go on this slate. Again, Marcus Smart, you can definitely go there. Literally any of the starting five for Boston, it's a great spot. I think a couple of those guys could crush if the game stays close. Derrick Rose is interesting at 5.6. In that first game back, he only played 20 minutes. I think it's just more of a GPP play right now. I would have liked it if he was a bit cheaper, but yeah, I think he's only in play for GPPs, really. A lot of these games are kind of cross-offs, like Philly, OKC, San Antonio, Orlando, Utah, Memphis. I'm just not really super excited about this. I really think you can trim this slate down to like 3 or 4 games, and that's kind of going to be the way to go, in my opinion. Now, Aaron Holiday's priced up at 5K. It's a great spot. It's just I don't think there's enough meat on the bone there. So probably not for me. I would have liked it if he was cheaper. Malik Monk got that price hike after that pretty good game against Memphis. I don't know if I want to go there at that price. Bruce Brown Jr. with all those like Detroit guys back. It's just not for me. I liked it when all those guys were out. Corey Joseph, I'm still intrigued to buy here at 4.6K. I think he's going to be a lot lower owned just because he let a lot of people down. Now, he played 38 minutes, only put up 18 fantasy points. But if he's going to continue to play close to 40 minutes, I think he's very much viable here at 4.6K. So, yeah, we know that Corey Joseph does have some upside. We saw it last year. I wouldn't get like super hung up on that last game with 38 minutes, 18 fantasy points. I still think he's a cheaper option on a slate that, as of right now, kind of lacks in value. And we got like Tyson Chandler, we got possibly some of those Houston guys, but I think Corey Joseph is still viable here at 4.6K. Other options, The secondary Golden State pieces, it's just really not for me. It's kind of D'Angelo Russell, possibly Draymond Green, and that's it. What else? Again, I'll talk about the Houston guys here at the end, the value guys. What else? Again, Rivers. We'll talk about that in a bit. I think that's basically it. So let's move on to point guard. Point guard at the top. We talked about these. So Westbrook. This is the big question mark in the slate. Is expected to sit one of the upcoming games in the back-to-back. So it could be tonight or Friday, or it could be Saturday. If he misses this game, then it's, again, Harden like a bunch of scrubs. So that's where I think we can get Harden and then get some value guys for Houston as well. So that will be something we have to monitor. If Westbrook plays here, I think he's very much in play at 8.4K. 8.4K for Russell Westbrook just seems way too cheap. I know he's been kind of disappointing this year, but the upside is still there. So I would definitely consider him if he plays there at 8.4K. If he misses, again, it'll be Harden and some of those value guys. Kemba, like I said, literally any of the starting five there for Boston, very much in play. I think Kemba's a bit underpriced here. It's just a great spot. So, yeah, Kemba, any of those other guys, very, very much viable here. You can definitely pair him with like D'Angelo Russell, maybe Draymond, run that back in a game stack. Let's see. The Philly guys, with everyone healthy, just not for me. Rozier's interesting here at 6.6. I really liked him, and I'm still kicking myself for not playing him at that price point against Memphis. He put up 53 fantasy points. Now he's priced up a bit. I still think he can get some upside on this price. It's kind of a neutral matchup against Detroit, so yeah, I think he's still playable here at 6.6K. I just think the ownership will be a bit higher on him than it normally would. Mike Conley's interesting just because it is a revenge game against Memphis going back there. I think he's going to want to be, kind of put on a show. So don't hate that revenge game narrative there at 6.4K. What else? So Jeff Teague, I think, he's going to be probable. They kind of limited his minutes, right? 23 minutes. Still put up 33 fantasy points. Now, if he's going to be good to go with no minutes limit, then I would really like him. So again, this is a great spot, a great matchup here against Washington. Isaiah Thomas, still really like him as well. So the minutes went way up to him. 29 and 33 minutes back-to-back games. If he's going to continue to play like into the 30s minutes, you got to like him. Again, this is a great spot here against Minnesota. Very, very game stackable. So Teague, Isaiah Thomas, I do like those guys a good amount here in the mid-range. Rajon Rondo, I'm a bit torn on. I'm a huge Rondo guy for DFS purposes, but they limited him to 14 minutes. Now, in 14 minutes, he put up 23 fantasy points. This is a revenge game, too, against the Kings. We'll see. If there's going to be no minutes limit for Rondo, then I would love him. If they're going to continue to limit him, don't know if I can go there. So that will be something we also monitor into tomorrow. Again, Corey Joseph, I still think he's playable there at 4.6. I think that's basically it, though. So let's talk about the Houston guys here. Let's talk about if Westbrook misses or if he sits out. So obviously it's Harden. Daniel House is doubtful. Don't expect him to go. So it'd be Harden. PJ Tucker would be asked to play huge minutes. I think he's a viable, cheap option. Then you could look to Tyson Chandler. I think probably plays 20 to 25 minutes. I think he's very much viable as a cheap option. And then you got guys like Macklemore, Austin Rivers, Thabo Cephalosha, maybe Gary Clark will be asked to play some pretty big minutes. So I think for me, the targets would be, at least for the guards, would probably be Austin Rivers and Macklemore. Let's see, Frazier, is he even? They recalled him from the G League. Again, they got Gary Clark. Oh, Chris Clemens as well. He's been getting a bit of minutes. I think he could be in play too. So that will be something we have to monitor. But like I said, if Westbrook misses, there's just so much minutes and usage to go around where I think you can go Harden and then play a couple of these cheap guys with them. And that would be very much viable for Friday's slate. So I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you have been enjoying the content, would really appreciate it if you could like this video and subscribe. Again, if you want to get entered in the giveaway, all you have to do is leave a like and a comment in the video. It's one interesting giveaway. I will be live streaming tomorrow, probably 45 minutes before lock, so be on the lookout for that, guys, on my YouTube channel, as well as it's important to follow me on Twitter. I will give updates there. But yeah, I'll be back for another video to break down the Saturday slate. I don't know how many games it is, but I will have a video up for that. So thanks again for coming and checking the video, guys. I really appreciate it, and I will see you later.